Hey, when are you coming back here? The ceremony is still going on, so hurry up. You're taking way too long just to change and get ready. Seriously, what's the holdup?
I didn't retreat to the back just because of you. Your friends pushed me from behind and I ended up falling into the pool. How was that my fault?
Come on, you can't be that mad just because you got pushed into the pool. It's a celebration after all. If the bride is angry, it ruins the whole vibe. It was just a prank by my friends, so get back here quickly so we can continue the ceremony.
The fact that the bride fell into the pool already ruined it. Just saying it was a prank doesn't make it sound any better. Anyone with half a brain would understand that a prank that makes someone unhappy is just a cruel joke. Even if it was really meant to be a prank, I still think your friends should be considering the consequences before going through with it.
What, are you insulting my friends now? A woman who meddles in her husband's friendships like that is already failing as a wife. It's not too late to change that rotten attitude of yours, you know. No wonder at nearly 30, no one else wants to marry you. I mean, I'm a guy and being single until 30 is no big deal. But you being a woman and still being single at this age? That's probably because of your personality.
Is that really what you want to say to someone you're about to marry? That is incredibly rude.
We're about to be family, so there's no need for formalities. Besides, if the wedding ends up being a disaster, it'll feel like my friends are the ones to blame for it, and I really don't want that. So please, hurry back. I'm busy making sure the guests are taken care of over here.
Why are you acting like this is just someone else's problem? You don't understand. I feel embarrassed and upset. I am standing here in a wet dress, and this is supposed to be one of the happiest days of my life. Now I'm just angry. I can't believe your friends would do something like that.
I understand that, but you've got to let it go. You know, this was supposed to be a day to celebrate our love and commitment. I know it's not what you expected, but if we can't laugh about it, then what are we even doing here?
Are you seriously asking me to laugh about this? You think it's easy for me to forget that I fell into a pool during my wedding? I am soaking wet. I can't just shake it off and like it's no big deal.
Look, I get it. It's not easy to take, but you can't stay mad at your friends forever, right? They didn't mean any harm. They just thought it would be funny. They love you and they love seeing you happy.
But this is my wedding. This is supposed to be perfect. Now I just feel like a joke, and that's not what I wanted.
I know, but you can't let this ruin everything. Let's get back out there and enjoy the rest of our day. We'll look back at this and laugh about it someday, I promise.
You think it's that simple? It's not just about enjoying the day anymore. This is about the memories we're creating, and right now, all I can think about is how humiliated I feel. Valerie? Where are you right now? Are you in the bridal changing room? Mom, I don't want to go back to the venue anymore. Why do I have to go through something like this on such a joyous day? What happened exactly? From what I saw, it looked like you suddenly fell towards the pool. I would never do something like that. I was pushed suddenly from behind. That's why I fell into the pool. Now my dress and everything else are ruined. I feel so sorry for the people at the venue. So, someone deliberately pushed you into the pool? Who would do such a thing? It was one of Scott's friends. When I fell into the pool, he was pointing at me and laughing. Scott even admitted it. I thought today's ceremony would be a wonderful memory, but I can't believe this. More than anything, it hurts even more that instead of getting angry, Scott is defending his friend over this. What did you say? What is Scott saying about this? He said it was just a prank and that I should come back quickly. There's no such thing as a prank where the bride gets pushed into a pool during the ceremony. This is a serious issue that cannot be ignored. What are you planning to do? I'm going to gather the relatives who have come and discuss this. You probably don't intend to return to the venue anymore, right? Yeah, honestly, I don't want to go back. I don't want to pay extra for the rental of a dress over something so ridiculous, and honestly, I'm not in the mood to smile next to Scott right now. Well, that's completely understandable that you feel that way. Don't worry, I'll handle everything with the others. Thank you, Mom. I just can't believe it. I thought today was supposed to be one of the happiest days of my life. Now it feels like everything is falling apart. The thought of facing everyone again, especially Scott, feels unbearable. You shouldn't have to bear that alone. Remember, you have family who loves you, and we won't let anyone walk all over you like this. This is your day, and no one has the right to ruin it. But Scott, why would he choose to support his friend over me? I thought he was different. I thought he cared about me. It's frustrating, I know. But you deserve someone who will stand by you, especially in moments like these. You deserve respect and love, not to be a laughingstock. You're right, Mom. I shouldn't have to feel this way, especially not on my wedding day. I was so excited about starting this new chapter in my life, but now everything feels overshadowed by this incident. Exactly. You have every right to be upset and to express that. I will make sure that everyone understands how serious this is. We need to address this right now, and we won't let anyone dismiss your feelings. I just can't believe this is happening. I was so happy just moments ago. All my dreams about this day are now ruined. It's okay to feel disappointed. It's natural to have these feelings, and we get through this together. I'll be by your side, fighting for what's right. Let's make sure that this is addressed properly so that you can find peace again. Thanks, Mom.
Hey, isn't it taking you way too long to come back? Hurry up and restart the ceremony.
First of all, do you know how much time it takes to change a bride's dress? How can you not understand that? We got to the venue hours in advance today to prepare for everything. And now my dress and hair are soaking wet. I have to redo my makeup, and you think I can just come back like this right away?
If the venue staff works hard, they can manage somehow. I don't even mind a light makeup look. Besides, at least tell me how many more minutes it'll take for you to return. Some of the guests have started to get suspicious. For the sake of my honor, come back quickly.
My family and I have already left.
What?
So I'm saying that all of my relatives, including myself, have already gone home. If you want to restart the ceremony, feel free to do so. Well, that is if you don't mind doing it without me.
What the hell are you doing? Get back here right now! Everyone came here today to celebrate our wedding. Are you really going to disregard those feelings?
Who's disregarding whose feelings here? I was really looking forward to today's ceremony. It's you who ruined it. Honestly, if you didn't even notice that my relatives all left, it just shows that you never really cared about me from the start.
This is why women who get emotional so quickly are such a hassle. Listen, you criticized the surprise that was meant to celebrate us, and now you've completely ditched the wedding? If everyone thinks I have such an unreasonable wife, it's gonna be a pain for me later, so hurry up and come back.
I absolutely refuse to return.
Oh, is that so? Just say whatever you want. The responsibility for today's ceremony lies entirely on you for throwing a tantrum.
You just don't get it, do you? I can't believe you would rather ruin everything than acknowledge the fact that I'm upset. This was supposed to be our special day, and now it feels like you only care about saving face in front of your friends. It's not just about you. It's about both of us and what we wanted for our wedding day. I didn't plan for any of this to happen. I thought we were in this together.
Yeah, but you seem to have forgotten that this day is about us. You made it all about you the moment you let yourself fall into that pool and then decided to leave.
This is ridiculous. You're acting like a child. Why can't you see how your actions have consequences? My relatives leaving is a huge deal, and yet you treat it like a minor inconvenience. You want to talk about consequences? Let's talk about how you embarrassed me in front of everyone. You want to act like it's okay to push me into a pool during our wedding? That is unforgivable.
I'm not the one who needs to reconsider. You need to reflect on how you've acted throughout this entire ordeal. Everyone is waiting, and you're making this about your feelings instead of our marriage.
And you're making it seem like I'm the one at fault? I refuse to take the blame for this. You have to understand that this is about how I feel as well. You can't just dismiss my feelings like they're nothing.
Fine, stay there and sulk. Just know that when you look back on this day, you'll realize how ridiculous you were being. I won't be waiting around for you to decide to come back. I really didn't think you'd actually go home. You just left all the cleanup from the ceremony to me. Because you didn't come back, I ended up doing everything myself. Now everyone knows that I have a wife who can't even stand up for her husband. How embarrassing is that?
You're the one who's ruined the ceremony, so it's only natural that I'm upset. I don't think you have the right to be angry at me for this. Seriously, how could you do something like that?
Huh? A wife is supposed to quietly obey her husband. There was no need for you to leave. You could have just changed and gotten ready quickly. It's not that complicated, you know?
It's not that simple. First of all, I don't understand why you had to push me into the pool. There were definitely other ways to surprise me. You didn't think that through at all. When I fell into the pool and panicked, you and your friends were laughing, weren't you? Let me remind you that you were the only ones laughing at the moment. Everyone else was frozen and panicking. It wasn't a joke to them. It was just awkward and uncomfortable. Don't you realize how messed up your sense of humor is?
Well, come on, seeing you soaked and dripping was pretty hilarious. I couldn't help but laugh a little. I mean, who wouldn't find that funny in a way? But still, it was uncalled for.
Honestly, I can't trust you anymore. I just don't feel like I can be married to someone like you after this. You don't take anything seriously. I've already made up my mind about this, so I'll say it again. I went to the city hall earlier and got the divorce paperwork.
What? What are you doing on your wedding day? Even if it's a joke, it's not funny at all. It's incredibly rude.
That's all my line. I don't want to become family with someone who doesn't protect me and instead mocks me. If that's the case, I'd rather file for divorce than be tied to you. I don't want to be associated with someone who thinks it's okay to humiliate me like that. I left the filled out divorce form in the mailbox at home, so please sign it and submit it to the city hall as soon as possible. This is serious.
Are you kidding me? What do you think people are going to say if you do that? Imagine the rumors that would spread about how I was left at the altar and ended up divorced right after the ceremony. People will start to speculate about what really happened. How do you think that will make me look?
Even now, you're just worried about yourself, huh? Why couldn't you have realized this before we got married? This is unbelievable.
Because I was cleverly hiding it from you, of course. Marrying you was beneficial for me too, you know. I never thought you'd suddenly say you wanted a divorce and betray me like this. It's not like I was asking for much.
Who's betraying whom here? I'm not going to change my mind no matter what. You don't get to decide this for me.
Typical of a woman who's run out of time. Always so stubborn and complicated. Stop sulking over stupid things and just come back here. You need to understand that this is about more than just a silly prank.
Divorce is already a done deal. This isn't just my decision. It's something my entire family agreed on. You have no idea how serious this is for me. So your resistance alone won't change anything. You can't just brush it off like it doesn't matter.
If that's the case, then I shouldn't even be talking to you. I'll just go to your mother directly. I'll explain everything to her and let her know how unreasonable you're being.
I think that would be pointless, though. You can try, but she might just agree with me.
Keep talking? You think you can just throw me aside like this? You think I won't stand up for myself? You don't know me at all. You're making this so much harder than it needs to be. If you just come back and talk this through, we could probably find a solution. But no, you'd rather just run away.
Running away is exactly what you made me do. I didn't want to leave, but your actions left me with no choice. You could have respected me, but instead you chose to humiliate me in front of everyone.
Fine. If that's how you feel, then maybe we were never meant to be. Maybe this was just a mistake from the start. It's clear we don't understand each other at all.
You're right. Seems like we've never understood each other. I've tried so hard to make this work, but all you do is laugh at my expense. I can't live like this.
Celia! I've heard what's been going on. Why are you trying to push for our divorce? Honestly, this whole situation seems like nothing more than a trivial prank.
I understand that from Scott's perspective it might seem like a mere joke, but it's clear that he hasn't considered Valerie's feelings at all. I cannot allow my precious daughter to be involved with someone like that.
My friend is genuinely remorseful about this. The incident at the pool was meant to be a surprise prank, nothing more. It's only Valerie and you who are making such a big deal out of it. Surely this isn't something worth getting a divorce over.
It's our place to make that judgment. After all, you all are the ones who caused this situation. You need to accept our decision.
Oh, come on now. This is just a bit too much, don't you think? How old is your daughter now? She's already 30. She's not a little child anymore, and I think your overprotectiveness has contributed to her being so spoiled.
Enough already. Valerie is hurt, yet you're just laughing it off. Don't treat this lightly. And it's not me who's overprotective. It's your perception that's skewed. After all, the bride fell into the pool. I heard you and your friends were laughing at Valerie while she was in distress. You know that she has a fear of pools and the ocean, don't you?
Yes, that's right. Even when I invited her to the beach multiple times this summer, she never wanted to go.
Do you remember why? Valerie told you clearly what her feelings were, yet you seem to have forgotten.
It's understandable to forget things, isn't it?
When she was a little girl, we went for a family beach day. I turned my back just for a moment, and Valerie got swept away a bit too far. She panicked and almost drowned. It was her father who noticed and rushed to save her. He was a strong swimmer, and we thought she would be okay with him going to help. In the end, Valerie was rescued, but her father wasn't so lucky. After that tragic incident, Valerie developed a deep-seated trauma regarding the ocean and large bodies of water.
I remember that story now.
I can't believe you forgot until now. Valerie mustered the courage to tell you about her fear. I reminded you during the wedding greetings, didn't I? I specifically asked you to take care of my daughter. Yet when you saw Valerie fall into the pool, what did you do? I can't trust you with her anymore. It's only natural that we cancel the wedding. And you should be prepared for the fact that there won't be a position for you at the company after your break.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
You're not even an employee at a company run by my family, remember? You met Valerie through an introduction from us.
Yes, I remember that part. But when we were introduced, you said it wasn't a forced march. So I thought this marriage wouldn't affect my job too much. Yet now, just because the engagement is off, you're telling me I'll lose my job? That feels like a scam.
Oh, you're quite adept at twisting things to suit your convenience, aren't you? It's true, it wasn't a forced marriage. However, the reason you might lose your job isn't because of the divorce. It's because of your lack of character in turning the woman who is supposed to be your wife into a laughingstock instead of protecting her. That's what I meant. Honestly, I completely agree with that sentiment. Having someone like you as an employee would inevitably lead to issues down the line.
What? You're kidding me! What am I supposed to do about my life now?
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. You made this mess yourself.
Can't you convince them to change their minds?
Why on earth would I advocate for a man who mocked my beloved daughter? I'd never do such a thing, even if the world turned upside down. I strongly suggest you start looking for another job soon.
Damn it! Seriously, I got fired. Your family is incredibly insidious. Because of you, all my hard work has gone down the drain.
Ultimately, you chose to prioritize the fun of the moment over me, someone who was supposed to be family. You know, it's not just about this single incident, it's about everything that's led to this moment. You've made it clear that your friend's enjoyment is more important than my feelings. How do you expect me to react to that?
Are you sulking just because I haven't apologized yet? You can't honestly believe this is about an apology, can you?
Do you still not understand that this is way beyond sulking? I thought you were more mature than this.
If you say you're disappointed, well, I feel the same way. You've been blaming me for falling into the pool non-stop. Why can't you think about someone else for a change? It's like you've completely ignored the impact your actions have on me.
I don't get it. Who else am I supposed to care about other than you? You act like I'm the only one who has feelings in this situation.
My friend who pushed you into the pool. Don't you think he might feel guilty about our divorce being his fault? That guy was a major part of this, and you're just brushing it off like it's nothing.
Huh? Why should I care about the person who caused this? I was the one who fell into the pool and panicked. I almost drowned. The real concern should be for me, not him.
Oh, come on. You were hilarious when you panicked. I can't stop laughing just thinking about how frantic you looked, splashing around like that. I mean, seriously, it was a ridiculous situation.
How can you say something so awful? You know, I didn't even want to have the ceremony at a venue with a pool, right? But you insisted on this location. I wondered why you were so adamant about it, but I never imagined you would plan something like this. Feels like you set me up for failure. You have no idea what kind of pain I went through after that water incident. I spent every day crying, thinking it was my fault that my father died. It wasn't until I became a college student that I could finally soak in a bathtub. Until then, I couldn't even be in water deeper than my chest, and even now, I sometimes have flashbacks to that moment. I told you all of this, but you don't seem to care.
Well, I just forgot. Can you really blame me for forgetting something from the past?
Even if you really did forget, that means my sincerity when I opened up to you didn't reach you at all. I poured my heart out, thinking you would understand, but you just brushed it off. I don't even want to be with you anymore, and I don't want to see your face again. Why don't you go hang out with your friend instead?
What's with this sudden change? That guy is just a friend. What do you mean by hang out with her? You can't honestly think I have feelings for her.
Trying to brush it off won't help. I've done my research since then. I thought it was weird how close you two were for just being friends. I started noticing little things that added up, and when I looked into it further, I hit the jackpot. You're having an affair with that girl, aren't you? It's so obvious now.
You did some digging. Did you hire a private investigator or something? What do you think you're doing, invading my privacy like this? You're acting like a crazy person.
The fact that you're panicking only proves that you have some guilty conscience. After all, it's only been a few days since our wedding, and that's more than enough time to gather evidence. What kind of evidence do you think I found?
Evidence? Are you serious? You've got to be joking. This is ridiculous. We're getting a divorce, right? That means there won't be any cheating involved. I thought you understood that.
Are you an idiot? We haven't filed for divorce yet, so we're still married. Any infidelity that happens during that time can be legally proven as cheating. Plus, you have 3 years from when you find out to file a claim for infidelity. It's not too late to pursue this, and I plan to.
Damn it! If I lose my job and get hit with an alimony claim, I won't have any money left to live on! Do you have any idea what that would do to my life?
I'm not concerned about that. You brought this on yourself.
Don't say something so cold. We once tried to get married after all. And that incident at the pool was something that guy did on his own. It has nothing to do with me. How can you blame me for his actions?
I've said this many times already, but once you were laughing with him, it was all over. You didn't even try to defend me. It's too late now, but maybe you should rethink that rotten attitude of yours. You can't just laugh it off and expect me to forget everything.
Valerie, please don't abandon me. If you really don't want to get back together, could you at least drop the alimony claim? Or maybe help me find a new job. I'll do anything. Just please don't leave me like this.
I refuse. This is not negotiable. Please communicate through my lawyer from now on. Goodbye.
What? Valerie, what am I supposed to do now? You can't just leave me hanging like this. What about all the promises we made to each other? We were supposed to face everything together.
I am done. I can't keep putting myself through this. You made your choices, and now you have to face the consequences. Goodbye.
Valerie, please, you have to help me. I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. I've lost my job, my marriage, everything.
Did the divorce go through without any issues? Congratulations, that's such a big step, and I'm so proud of you. Although I must say, there was quite a bit of back and forth afterward, wasn't there? I ended up making things pretty complicated for my lawyer. Honestly, I probably gave him more work than he bargained for. And your mother, too. I feel like I caused a lot of stress for everyone during that time. It's only natural for me to want to help with something as important as my precious daughter's well-being. Protecting you in place of your father is my duty, and I take that role seriously. I want you to know that I'll always be here for you, no matter what challenges you face. Hearing you say that makes me really happy. I believe my father is surely looking down from heaven, praising you right now. He'd say, well done. I know that if I had been on my own, I would have never had the courage to stop the wedding and walk away. It was because I had you by my side that I was able to make the decision to go through with the divorce. Without your support, I might still be stuck in a situation that didn't make me happy. I truly appreciate everything you've done for me. As long as you're smiling, that's all I need. Your happiness means everything to me. I just want to see you thrive and be joyful in your life, free from any pain or negativity that might have held you back. So how about we go to a cafe together tomorrow? Let's start the day with some laughter and joy. It will be nice spending some quality time together, sipping coffee and talking about everything and anything. I can't wait to see you smile. That sounds wonderful. I would love that. I'm looking forward to it. Scott, who was dismissed from his job, aimed to find re-employment at another company in the same industry. Unfortunately, it seems that the rumors surrounding his termination have spread through his family, making it quite challenging for him to secure a new position. Word travels fast, especially when it involves something as serious as being fired, and it's disheartening to see how quickly people jump to conclusions about someone based on hearsay. This stigma often makes it difficult for individuals to get back on their feet, especially in a field where everyone knows each other. During this challenging time, Scott lived as a freeloader at his girlfriend's place, relying on her for support. This arrangement might have seemed like a temporary solution at first, but it soon turned into a burden for her. Eventually, it appears that he wore out his welcome, and she grew increasingly tired of his dependence. The situation became unbearable for her, leading to her finally kicking him out. This is a classic example of someone overstaying their welcome. It's easy to see how frustrations can build up on both sides over time. It's hard to maintain a relationship when one person feels they're giving much more than they're receiving. As for Scott's friends and relatives, they found a strange amusement in his downfall. Instead of reaching out to offer help or support, they seemed to revel in his misfortunes, laughing at his predicament. This lack of support must have been incredibly disheartening for Scott. It's a harsh reality to face when people you once considered friends or family chose to mock you rather than assist you in your time of need. It can feel very isolating and make it even harder to climb out of that dark place. With no one willing to lend a hand, Scott has found himself in a lonely situation. He currently lives alone in a cheap apartment, struggling to make ends meet by taking on day labor jobs. It's sad to think about how he's fallen from the person he used to be, once full of ambition and confidence, now reduced to scraping together a life from what little he has left. Each day is a struggle as he faces the reality of his choices and the consequences that followed. This constant cycle of working just to pay the bills must be exhausting and demoralizing, making it hard to see a way forward. On the other hand, I've been spending much more time with my mother lately. Our relationship has really deepened as we've both made an effort to connect more. I've started to meet with her regularly, especially during the weekdays. It feels good to have someone to talk to, share experiences with, and just enjoy each other's company. Having that support system is so important, especially during times of personal upheaval. It's like a comforting thought that, unlike Scott, I have someone in my corner. Recently, I received some exciting news from my new supervisor at work. They praised my performance and expressed their appreciation for my hard work. It's always encouraging to hear positive feedback, especially in a professional setting where it can often feel competitive and stressful. Knowing that my efforts are recognized makes a significant difference in my motivation and overall job satisfaction. My supervisor even offered to treat me to dinner as a way to celebrate our successful teamwork. This gesture meant a lot to me, not just because of the dinner itself, but because it reinforced that my contributions are valued. When I shared this news with my mother, her reaction was more enthusiastic than I expected. She was genuinely thrilled to hear about my progress at work and how well I was doing. Her excitement made me feel even more validated, as if my achievements meant something not just to me, but to her as well. It's such a wonderful feeling to have that level of support from family, knowing that they take joy in my successes. I realize now how much I've taken for granted in the past, the little victories that often go unnoticed. Reflecting on everything that has happened, it's clear that Scott and I have taken very different paths in life. While he seems to be struggling to find his footing after a significant fall, I am trying to build something positive in my own life, despite the challenges. It's a reminder that circumstances can change dramatically, and the choices we make play a crucial role in shaping our futures. While Scott is caught in a downward spiral, I'm focusing on personal growth and surrounding myself with people who uplift me. Despite Scott's situation, I can't help but feel a sense of compassion for him. It's easy to mock someone when they're down, but I understand how quickly fortunes can shift. I hope he finds a way to recover and regain his confidence. It might take time, but I believe that people can bounce back from setbacks if they're willing to put in the effort and seek out the right support. It's crucial for him to realize that asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but a step towards recovery. For now, I'll continue to focus on my career and the relationships that are important to me. With my mother by my side, I feel stronger and more motivated to pursue my goals. I'm determined to create a bright future for myself one step at a time. It's encouraging to know that I have someone who believes in me, cheering me on every step of the way.
Yo, Anna, long time no see. How have you been?
Who is this?
Come on, that's cold. Did you forget about me, your fiancé?
My fiancé? Wait, could it be Morgan?
Ah, you remembered. That's my girl, my fiancé.
Don't call me your fiancé. Do you have any idea how ridiculous it is for you to just contact me out of the blue? You went missing on our wedding day. How did you even get my contact information? I made a new account.
Oh, I know someone who knows you. I asked them for your contact details, and here I am reaching out. No need to get so worked up. What is it, early menopause?
Menopause? I am not that old yet. Have you forgotten we're the same age, childhood friends? And what do you want now? Out of nowhere, you ignored all my attempts to reach you when I tried contacting you back then.
Yeah, I know. I messed up by ditching the wedding. But you know, back then I thought I could find someone better, someone more suited for me. But after 3 years of thinking it over, I realized there's no one better than you. So let's get married.
What? Are you out of your mind? Don't joke around with me.
What's with the attitude? Are you so happy you're angry now? You're so cute.
Morgan, I'm sorry about earlier. I lost my temper. I was just so surprised and confused by your sudden appearance.
Don't sweat it. It's natural to get overwhelmed by happiness when someone like me pops back into your life.
Yes, I suppose the situation was just too much to handle all at once. I nearly lost my mind. It's quite overwhelming, to say the least.
Yeah, well, if that's the case, I'll forgive you for all the mean things you said to me earlier. I'm a generous and kind husband, after all. So yeah, about disappearing right before the wedding to hit the bathroom and then vanishing into thin air, I get that was messed up. But you know, after 3 years, I'm finally mentally ready for marriage. Let's have the wedding tomorrow.
Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you.
Yeah, make sure you show up this time.
Bree, Morgan contacted me. If you hadn't given me a heads up earlier, I probably would have lost it in anger. Thank you. I'm just glad I could help. I was also really surprised when he reached out to me about a week ago. It really was such a huge help. I couldn't get in touch with him at all. I can't thank you enough for pretending to be one of my acquaintances and giving him my contact info. I just did what I was asked to do, but I'm relieved everything went smoothly. Yeah, well, it's not like saying you're one of my acquaintances is a complete lie anyway. I bet that fool has no idea we were setting him up. So what did he want from you? I mean, he wouldn't have asked for your contact info if he didn't have some kind of reason, right? Yeah, about that. He told me he wants to have a wedding tomorrow of all days. I could barely wrap my head around such an idiotic demand. I'm so sorry, Anna. I was so shocked that I accidentally broke a cup. I've been cleaning up the mess. Welcome back, Bree. Trust me, I understand how you feel. I almost threw my phone at the wall when I heard what he said. I can't believe you managed to stay so calm. I mean, I'm sorry for saying this, but didn't he ditch the wedding? On top of that, he never paid any of the alimony or the cancellation fees. Then he even took off with your jewelry and disappeared for 3 whole years without a word. And now he wants to get married? What is he even thinking? Yeah, when you lay it all out like that, it's absurd, isn't it? But believe it or not, I've decided to pretend to go along with the wedding idea. Wait, you're actually going to marry him? Of course not. I'm not that stupid. I'm just going to use this so-called wedding as a way to gather all of my relatives tomorrow. And I am making sure his relatives show up too. They were just as furious with him as I was. I'm planning for all of us to confront him together. I'm so glad to hear that. I was really worried for a moment. So I have a favor to ask you. Would you mind coming tomorrow and pretending to be one of my relatives? Me? Pretend to be one of your relatives? I think you have every right to be a part of this revenge plan, Bree. Thank you, Anna, but I don't think I deserve to be there. I appreciate your concern, but you've already made things right between us once, haven't you? And even though you were an accomplice, in a way, you were also a victim of that scumbag's lies. He fooled you just like he fooled me. Even so. Look, I'm going to take my revenge on him, and I'm not going to force you to help. But I know your tears and your apology when you broke down in front of me were genuine. That's why I'm inviting you. Whether you come or not is entirely up to you. Anna, why do you care so much about me? I'm the other woman who hurt you, even if I didn't know about it. Why? I don't know, to be honest. Maybe it's because in my own way I loved that idiot too, once upon a time. I guess I can understand at least a little bit what it feels like to be betrayed like that. Morgan, so the wedding ceremony itself wasn't doable right away, but I managed to book a reception hall. I'll send you the link later.
That's my Anna. You're as quick as ever. So the big day is finally tomorrow, huh? I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it too. I'm so excited. I feel like I might just lose my mind from all the excitement.
Hold on. Let's take it easy and catch up on those 3 years we've missed. Serving me is your true joy in life, right? I'll make sure you get plenty of chances to do that, so be ready. You're really lucky to have me, aren't you?
Yes, I am incredibly lucky. After all, I'm finally getting to do something I've always dreamed of doing.
Oh, right. Listen, I'm sure you're not dumb so you'll get this, but don't invite my relatives and don't invite yours either. You know, I don't get along with my family. And you, being single at your age is just embarrassing, right? So let's keep it just between us, a private wedding, just the two of us.
Don't worry, I won't invite anyone. Just the two of us, swearing our love for each other. How romantic.
Yeah, I can't wait to make you my wife. But you know, you're getting on in years too, aren't you? It's gotta be embarrassing to wear a wedding dress at this point. Maybe we should just skip the ceremony and head straight to filing the marriage paperwork.
No, we can't do that.
Huh?
Oh, weddings are a big deal for women. You know that, right? And besides, I've been looking forward to having a ceremony with you. I've been dreaming about it. I've got everything planned out, and I'm even going to surprise you. So let's have the wedding, okay? Pretty please. If we do, I think I'll end up loving you even more than I already do.
Well, if my bride is asking, I guess we can have a ceremony.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Bri, help me. I'm contacting you while trying to hide from my relatives. I'm being held captive at home and I can't get out. You're the only one I can rely on. Please help me escape.
Why are you contacting me now? You really think I would help you after everything? You abandoned me.
I didn't abandon you. I had no choice. Anna was getting in the way between us and I had to escape.
Anna was getting in the way? What do you mean?
Anna is such a controlling woman. Look at me now. I'm like a caged bird. She wants to trap me and keep me all to herself. She's gone completely crazy. You saw what happened at the wedding yesterday. You saw me being taken away.
That's...
Even though I'm such a poor guy, no one is helping me. I fell right into Anna's trap. I can't believe she actually gathered all her relatives at the venue. She told me not to invite anyone.
I was also called by Anna to be there, but Morgan, you got caught immediately.
There wasn't even a choice to escape. But knowing you're here is a relief. This time, let's be together for real. I love you. You used to say you loved me, remember? Let's outsmart Anna, who keeps getting in our way, and find happiness together, just you and me.
Are you serious? You think I would just drop everything and help you after you treated me like that? You disappeared without a word when I needed you. And now you want me to believe that we can just go back to how things were? It doesn't work like that.
I know, I messed up, but I promise I've realized my mistakes. Anna was controlling everything and I didn't see any way out. I'm sorry for how I treated you. You have to believe me. I need your help now more than ever.
How can I trust you after everything that happened? You think I would just forget how you left me in the dust? You don't get to just waltz back into my life because things got tough for you.
Please, Bride, just think about it. If we team up, we can get away from Anna together. We can have the life we wanted. Just one last chance, that's all I'm asking for. I know I messed up before, but this is different. I need you.
You can't expect me to just take you back after you hurt me so badly. You made your choice. You chose Anna over me. Now you want me to help you escape from her? What about how I felt when you left?
I didn't mean to hurt you. You have to believe me. I thought I was doing the right thing at the time. Anna made it seem like I had no choice, but now I see things clearly. I need you, Bri. You're the only one who can help me break free from her grasp.
Maybe I still have feelings for you, but you can't just expect me to jump into action for you right now. You need to figure out what you want. If it's really me, then prove it.
You traitor! You told them I contacted you, didn't you? Because of that, my phone got smashed. This is the only old smartphone I have left. It was a crucial means of communication for me, and you just had to snitch on me.
Well, you were trying to sneak around and rely on your mistress while hiding from your parents. Of course I had to tell them. Morgan is contacting me and professing his love, begging for help, I said. It seems like there's no sign of remorse from you.
Don't mess with me. You're just my backup, and now you're acting all high and mighty.
So in the end, I was just your second choice, wasn't I?
Yeah, that's right. I just thought our physical chemistry was good enough to make you a suitable partner. You should be happy that I took you seriously at all.
Oh, really? But do you realize how pathetic it is that you can only rely on your backup? Right now, all your money and everything else are being controlled by your relatives, and you can't even leave the house. Yet you're still talking about eloping? Maybe you should take a good look at reality. Besides, calling me your backup is downright disrespectful. I was supposed to be your main partner.
If I was your main partner, then help me. Can't you see how miserable I am being held captive?
I don't feel sorry for you at all. You brought this upon yourself, but hey, you won't be locked up forever.
What do you mean?
Once you settle the alimony and everything you owe Anna and me, you'll be free. Lucky you.
Are you in on this too?
What do you mean, in on this? No one is on your side. But you know what? I actually want you to suffer.
What? Oh, why would you want me to suffer?
Well, I don't have the right to punish you. It's a fact that you hurt Anna, and I've been nothing but the bad guy in everyone's eyes. So I'll just sit back and watch you suffer from the sidelines. That's my revenge. You should regret not choosing me as your main partner. I loved you so much, but when I couldn't support you anymore, you just tossed me aside. So I hope everything falls apart for you. That's why I'll cooperate with Anna wholeheartedly.
Damn it! How dare you turn against me, being just a backup?
How does it feel to be abandoned by your backup? Did you really think I'd come running to help you? Stop treating me like I'm some kind of joke. Oh, but if you find yourself with nothing left and nowhere to turn, just reach out to me. I'll happily throw you aside with a smile.
Damn it! I won't give up. I'm gonna become free no matter what.
Good luck with that. You're going to need it. You think it's going to be easy? You've burned so many bridges already. Everyone's watching you, and they know how you treated me. You think they're going to help you out now?
I don't care. I'll figure it out. I'm not gonna let this situation define me. I deserve to be free to live my life on my own terms.
You keep telling yourself that, but deep down, you know the truth. You're stuck, and it's all your fault. You could have had a life with me, but you chose Anna. You thought it would be easier, but look where that got you. Alone, desperate, and with no one to help you.
Shut up! I know what I did, but I'm trying to make it right. I'm trying to break free from this mess.
Make it right? How? By calling me when you need help after treating me like trash? You're delusional. You should have thought about the consequences before you got yourself into this situation.
Maybe I was foolish, but I'm not a bad person. I just wanted to be happy.
Happy? You think running back to me now will make you happy? You'll just be unhappy again, and then what? I won't be there to pick up the pieces this time.
Why are you being so cruel? I thought you cared about me.
I did care, but you threw that away. Now it's my turn to make you see what you've lost. You wanted to play games, and now you're getting played. I'm done being your backup plan.
Please, Bri, I'm begging you. Don't do this to me. I need you.
You had your chance, Morgan. You made your bed. Now lie in it. You think you can just come back and everything will be fine? Not a chance. You're going to have to learn this lesson the hard way.
Bri, you've got to help me. I swear, if you help me out, I'll love you like I should have all along. I'll make you my number one, and you won't ever feel abandoned again. Just cooperate with me a little, will you?
Really? Do you think I'd jump at the chance to help you after everything you've put me through? You think I just forget how you tossed me aside? Did you really have no self-awareness? I mean, obviously not, since you're relying on someone you abandoned. How pathetic.
Wait, hold on. I'm not talking to you. It's Anna I'm addressing right now. She's the one who's been behind all of this.
Oh, sweetie, it's me replying to you right now. I know you're on a secondary device because you didn't have my contacts saved. Isn't it just adorable how desperate you are? But really, I have to say, I feel bad for you. Your parents broke your phone, so it makes sense why you couldn't contact anyone. But look at you. You managed to have Bree's number stored on this device. You really were using this one for your little escapades, weren't you?
Anna! You're the reason I'm stuck in this mess. Now I can't even leave my house. I have to report to my room just to go to the bathroom. This is worse than prison.
You disappeared when you were supposed to go to the bathroom, didn't you? You've really made a mess of things yourself.
Damn it, I can't even talk to you without losing my mind. Get Bri back on the line.
Aw, are you really missing Bree more than me, your fiancé? If you're so heartbroken, I can increase the amount of alimony you owe me.
What? You can't be serious. I'm not paying a dime.
Your refusal doesn't matter, darling. It's done deal now. If you can't pay, I'll just seize all your assets. But I have a feeling you don't have much left anyway. You were always just after my money, weren't you? It looks like you were borrowing quite a bit from Bridget, too.
What do you mean you're in cahoots with Bri? I had no idea you two knew each other.
Of course we know each other. To me, it's all about getting the alimony you owe. After you vanished, there was quite a bit of chaos. You went off the grid, and I needed to find out where you were.
You did a background check on me? Are you saying you hired a private investigator?
Exactly. Thanks to that, I discovered so much, including the fact that you had Bree as your side chick. As soon as I found that out, I contacted my lawyer and got in touch with Bree. She was quite surprised to hear from me, especially after being cut off from you.
So you're telling me you brainwashed her into this? That's how it is?
Huh? Brainwashed? No. That's not the case at all. But yes, Bree did seem a bit out of it at first when I told her I was your fiancé. She'd been so wrapped up in you that she really struggled to accept the reality of the situation. I mean, she unleashed some really harsh words at me, but deep down, I think she knew she had been discarded.
What? How do you know that?
By the end of it all, she was in tears, apologizing to me. She was practically begging for forgiveness. It was heartbreaking to watch, truly. Seeing someone like Bree who genuinely fell for you just fall apart like that because of your actions, it hurt me too.
Why are you trying to make me feel guilty here? I'm the one who's been wronged.
Excuse me? Your situation is purely your own doing. Don't play the victim here. You betrayed her trust, and it's ridiculous to see you try to turn this around on someone else. Besides, do you remember how young Bree was at the time? She was still in school when you were taking advantage of her.
So what? You made her pay you alimony?
Of course, Bree went to her parents and borrowed money to pay me. It's pretty sad, really, that you've put her in this position.
Did you really take advantage of her like that? You have no heart.
Look who's talking. You took advantage of her and treated her like a toy, and now you act like you care? Please. And just to be clear, the reason I accepted alimony from her was to respect her feelings. She came to me very earnestly.
What are you talking about?
Listen, I may have been a victim too, but I didn't want to be a cruel person in this whole situation. I considered refusing your request and putting you in a difficult spot, but Bree was so earnest in her request. She told me I was in love with him, even though I should have noticed that he was married. I realize this is something I need to own up to. Can you believe that? She was so young and still so naive. Her determination moved me, and so I decided to respect her wishes and take the money.
But she's just a kid. You shouldn't have let her pay.
Oh, please, don't give me that nonsense. You made her pay too, and you threw her away like trash. You are the worst.
So does that mean Bri doesn't love me anymore?
Are you kidding? Why would she still love you after everything? Why do you think she should still have feelings for you?
But she always used to say she loved me.
Do you even realize what you're saying? You think after abandoning her and disappearing without a word that she's still supposed to be pining for you? You must be out of your mind. You destroyed her life, Morgan. She had to drop out of college and start working just to pay back her debts. But I have to give her credit. In these 3 years, she managed to pay off her loans.
What? You made her work so hard for you?
She was determined to do it herself, and I think that shows a lot of strength, especially considering everything she's been through. You took advantage of her feelings and left her with nothing. She deserved better than that.
Then why are you still here, Anna? Why not just let me go?
You think I'm going to let you off easy? Not a chance. I am not the one who gets to decide whether you go or stay. You broke my heart and destroyed everything I had planned. I'm not going to let you just walk away without consequences.
What are you talking about? You're the one who wants revenge, right? What do you even want from me?
That's simple, really. I want the money you owe me for alimony and the cancellation fees for the wedding you bailed on. Plus, I want everything back that you stole from me. You're going to pay for all of it, and I'm going to make sure you suffer for what you've done.
No way. I don't have any money right now. You know that. My finances are a mess. You can't do this to me.
I couldn't care less about your finances. You have no say in this anymore. Your income is going straight to me for all the pain you've caused.
But I'm broke. How am I supposed to pay you anything? I need to survive.
Survival is no longer your concern. Your parents have agreed to keep an eye on you, and I'm getting reports on everything. You can't even breathe without me knowing about it.
What do you mean? You're monitoring me? You can't be serious.
Of course I am. I'm keeping tabs on you because I don't trust you. And guess what? I knew you were trying to reach out to Bree all along. I was ready for it.
Are you serious? You knew I was trying to contact her? You were watching me the whole time?
Yes, I was. I had a feeling you would try to contact her, so I made sure to keep your little device intact. I didn't want you to reach out to her in any way that could harm her or put her in a difficult position.
Then what? Am I supposed to just sit here forever? You can't just do this to me.
You think you can run away from this? You're going to be right where I want you until you fulfill your obligations. You can stay locked up in your own home or you can deal with me directly. But either way, I'm not letting you go until I see you pay for what you've done to me.
You're insane. You're out of your mind.
Insane? Maybe. But it's nothing compared to the betrayal you pulled on me. You'll learn to appreciate how valuable a good fiancé can be once I'm done with you.
Anna, this is really bad. You have to help me. If I get caught, I don't know what'll happen to me.
Are you okay? You managed to escape from home, right? You shouldn't have run away. If you'd stayed, those scary debt collectors wouldn't have bothered you.
How do you know those guys came to my house?
Surprised? Well, I'm the one who called them, actually.
What do you mean?
I told you I hired a private investigator to find you. I also know that you got involved with loan sharks, you know? And on top of that, you were using the money that Bree gave you to spend it on hostesses. It's honestly appalling. I've heard you racked up quite the debt at those places. That's why I told those scary guys where to find you. But honestly, I didn't realize how many places you'd borrowed money from until I started checking. I couldn't cover it all by myself, so Bree helped me contact some of the nightclubs you've been frequenting. We've been going around to the places where you've defaulted on your payments these past few days.
What? You found all this out in just a few days?
Of course, Bree was exhausted by the end of it. There were way more places than we expected.
Damn it! No way! I'm going to escape this! This is my hometown! I can hide anywhere around here!
Wait a second. Did you even think about why I was deliberately letting you use a secondary phone?
What?
While you were in the restroom, I had someone install a location sharing app. You're in the park right now, aren't you? I've already informed those scary guys about your location. You should just give up already.
What? No way, you've got to be kidding me.
Oh, it's too late for you to run now. They're probably just about to show up. You're probably hiding behind some playground equipment, right? You should look around. You're surrounded.
Are you serious? There are tough-looking guys surrounding the park. This is bad. I can't escape like this.
Honestly, if you thought you could escape, then you're the one who's crazy. You should return what you borrowed. Look, as for the compensation we're owed, we'll take everything you have left. After all, you're never going to be able to repay those debts anyway. So, good luck with your time in jail. This time, even if you do go to the restroom, you won't be able to get away.
You can't be serious! You called those guys on me? I can't believe you would go that far. What happened to us being friends?
Friends? You think this is about friendship? You betrayed me in the worst way possible. You think I'm just going to stand by while you run away from your responsibilities? You thought I wouldn't find out about your debts and all the trouble you caused? You left me with nothing. So now it's my turn to ensure you face the consequences.
But I was trying to protect you. I thought if I just disappeared, the debt collectors would leave us alone. I didn't want you to get dragged into my mess.
You think disappearing was protecting me? You put me in an even worse situation. I was left to deal with everything while you ran away. You thought I wouldn't be angry? You thought I wouldn't want justice?
I didn't think you would go to such lengths to get back at me. I'm scared. You don't understand. If those guys find me, I'll be in serious trouble.
And you think that I should care? You should have thought about that before you decided to run off and leave me with the wreckage of your choices. This is what happens when you decide to play games with people's lives.
I was young and stupid. I made mistakes, okay? We all make mistakes. Can't we just talk this out? Maybe there's another way to handle this.
Talk? You think talking will fix everything? You think after everything you've done, we can just sit down and have a chat? I am done with your excuses. You're going to face the music now.
I never meant to hurt you. I just didn't know how to handle it all.
Well, now you'll have to learn how to handle the fallout. This is your chance to face the consequences of your actions. No more running, no more hiding. Just you and your debts.
Please, Anna, don't do this. I'm begging you.
It's too late for begging. You should have thought about this before you decided to take everything for granted. Now it's my turn to make sure you understand what it means to be held accountable.
I can't believe this is happening. How did it come to this?
It's simple. You made your choices, and now you'll deal with the consequences. You thought you could escape your responsibilities, but I won't let that happen. Not now, not ever. Morgan has been forced out to sea, laboring every single day from early morning until nightfall. The routine is relentless, and each day feels like a carbon copy of the last. The ocean stretches endlessly before him, a vast expanse that reflects the weight of his burdens. The ship on which he works is equipped with a toilet, a small convenience that might seem like a relief in such a harsh environment. However, it's essential to understand that the ship feels more like a prison than a place of work. The environment is cramped and confined, akin to being locked in a small room where freedom is merely a concept that remains out of reach. Each time Morgan boards the vessel, he knows he's stepping into a world from which there is no escape. He can't simply disembark whenever he pleases. He's subject to the demands of the sea and the pressures of his work. The idea of freedom is almost laughable when he considers his situation. When he returns home after long hours of labor, he's not greeted with the warmth and comfort, but rather finds himself locked away in a small cabin. This existence feels increasingly oppressive, and it seems that he's living solely to repay his debts, a thought that weighs heavily upon him. I heard from a mutual friend that he once tried to make a desperate attempt to break free from this unending cycle of work. He tried to escape and go to Bree's place, thinking perhaps he could find solace and a reprieve from his harsh reality there. Unfortunately, his hopes were dashed, and the outcome was far from what he had envisioned. He was kicked out and sent back, a rejection that must have felt like a devastating blow. The very act of trying to escape illustrates the depth of his despair, but facing hostility upon his return must have been a crushing experience for him. The rejection not only dampens his spirit, but also reinforces his sense of entrapment. In stark contrast to Morgan's tumultuous life, I find myself living a much quieter and more serene existence. My days are filled with small joys and the comfort of a loving relationship. I'm currently in a relationship with a man who brings genuine joy to my life. He's a wonderful person, and while I appreciate his qualities, I'm also careful to take my time in getting to know him better. I think he has a good heart, and I'm grateful for the moments we share together. However, I firmly believe in the importance of patience. Building a strong foundation in our relationship requires both of us to invest time and understanding into one another. Rushing into anything would be unwise. I want to ensure that we're both ready for what comes next in our lives. Our relationship is something I cherish deeply. It's filled with laughter, shared experiences, and mutual respect. I find joy in our simple moments together, whether we're going for a walk, enjoying a meal, or just talking about our day. These experiences are precious to me, and I recognize that they are the building blocks of a strong partnership. When I think about the possibility of marriage, it fills me with both excitement and trepidation. If this man is as good as I believe he is, then I would love to consider taking the next step together. The idea of marriage represents a significant commitment, one that carries a great deal of weight and responsibility. Marriage isn't just a celebration, it's a promise to support one another through all of life's ups and downs. It signifies a mutual commitment to nurturing our love, building a life together, and facing challenges as a united front. I want to make sure that we're both prepared for this journey before making any decisions. Reflecting on Morgan's life, I can't help but feel a sense of sadness for him. He's trapped in a cycle of work and confinement, with little hope for escape or relief. His life is a stark reminder of how vital it is to have the freedom to choose one's own path. The inability to choose can be suffocating, and it often leads to feelings of hopelessness and despair. In my own life, I have that freedom, and I don't take it for granted. I'm able to pursue happiness and seek a life that brings me joy and fulfillment. The ability to choose who I want to be with and how I want to live is a privilege that I deeply appreciate. It's something that not everyone has the luxury of experiencing, and I am grateful every day for my circumstances. As I navigate my relationship, I often reflect on the qualities that are important to me in a partner. Trust is paramount. I want someone I can rely on completely, someone who will be there for me no matter what. Respect is equally important. I want to be with someone who values me and my opinions. Understanding and communication are also crucial elements of a successful partnership. It's essential that we're able to express our thoughts and feelings openly, without fear of judgment or misunderstanding. I want to be able to share my dreams, fears, and aspirations with him, and I hope he feels the same way. Building a strong emotional connection is vital to the health of our relationship. While Morgan's life is filled with struggles and confinement, I find myself embracing the little joys that life offers. The quiet moments spent with my partner, the shared laughter, and the comfort of being with someone I care about all contribute to my happiness. These moments may seem small, but they are the essence of what it means to build a life together. I often reflect on my life before I met him. I remember the loneliness I felt, the uncertainty that loomed over me. It's incredible how one person can make such a positive impact. Since meeting him, I feel as though I've found a piece of myself that was missing before. I feel grateful for the love and support we share, and I cherish the journey we're on together. As I contemplate the future, I am filled with hope. I have dreams not only for myself, but for us as a couple. I envision a life filled with love, laughter, and shared expectations. I want to create a life where we can both thrive, where we can support each other's goals and aspirations. Traveling is one of my aspirations. I want to explore new places, experience different cultures, and create beautiful memories together. I dream of building a home that radiates warmth and happiness, a sanctuary where we both feel safe and loved. A home filled with laughter, love, and shared memories is what I long for, and I believe it is possible with the right person by my side. However, before taking the leap into marriage, I want to ensure that we're aligned in our goals and values. It's essential that we have similar visions for our future. I want to be confident in my choice to marry, knowing that we are both ready to embrace that commitment. The concept of marriage is significant and should not be taken lightly. It's a commitment that requires dedication, love, and understanding. I want to feel assured that we are both prepared to embark on this journey together. The last thing I want is to rush into a decision that could have lasting repercussions on our lives. In a stark contrast to Morgan's situation, I'm grateful for the opportunities I have. I recognize that I can shape my destiny, pursue my dreams, and seek a life filled with love and joy. It's a privilege that I hold dear. I want to make choices that reflect my values and dreams, always holding on to the hope that our love can grow and flourish. As I continue to navigate my relationship, I find myself cherishing every moment we share. I look forward to the future, knowing it holds endless possibilities. I'm excited about the prospect of building a life together, one where we can create a family, pursue our passions, and support each other through every challenge life may throw our way. If my partner is indeed the good man I believe him to be, I will gladly embrace the idea of marriage. It would be a beautiful culmination of our journey, a celebration of love, commitment, and the bond we've built together. Ultimately, I wish for Morgan to find a way out of his predicament. Everyone deserves a chance at happiness, to break free from the chains that bind them. I hope he can find a way to escape the suffocating grip on his current life, to discover a path that leads him to joy and fulfillment. As I reflect on my own life, I'm filled with gratitude for the choices I have. I recognize the privilege of being able to shape my own future, and I will continue to strive for a life filled with love, laughter, and meaningful connections. Morgan's struggle serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of freedom and choice. It compels me to appreciate the life I have and the love that surrounds me. The contrasting experiences we share highlight the vast differences in our lives and the various paths we've taken. I want to hold on to that feeling of gratitude and continue nursing my relationship. It's essential to remain aware of how fortunate I am, especially in comparison to what Morgan is going through. As I envision our lives, I can't help but think about the commitment I want to make to my partner. It's about more than just love. It's about building a life together, supporting each other, and being there for one another in times of need. If we can navigate the challenges together and maintain open lines of communication, I believe we can create a beautiful future. I want to be there for him, just as I hope he will be there for me.
Hey, Tracy, I'm going to be getting married. Did you know that?
Huh? No, I had no way of knowing about that, Naomi. And to be honest, I'm not really bothered by you getting married.
Really? I know you're jealous of me now. But I can understand that since you are 30 years old now and still a single woman, I'm sure hearing about me getting married before you must break your heart. I guess you should have been more aware that women are supposed to get married in their 20s.
I really don't care about what's going on with you, so can you just get on with saying what you have to say?
And since I'll be getting married, I'm going to take a very long time off work to become a wife. Maybe even for the rest of my life.
Is that so? Good for you then. So this is just you trying to rub your marriage in my face then, right? Well, I'm in the middle of work, all right? So I'm going to get right back to it now.
Really? I knew that an old woman like you had far better things to do than be a wife. But listen, you can take just a little bit of your time to continue staring at your phone and talking to me, right? I mean, you've already wasted this much time looking at your phone, right, old lady Tracy?
Would you please not call me old lady Tracy? That is very rude coming from someone like you.
What? But what I'm saying about you is very, very true, right? After all, you happen to be the oldest woman in this department here. And from what I've heard, starting next year, you're going to be transferred to a new department, right, old lady Tracy? Congrats to you then. I'm sure this is you moving up in the company, right? You must be so proud of yourself.
Are you done saying everything that you've wanted to say? If that's so, then I'm not going to waste any more of your time like you've done with me, and I'm getting back to work.
That right there is the reason why everyone hates you. You're a cold-hearted supervisor who doesn't care about any of us.
Excuse me?
I'm just saying that everyone in this department hates you, Tracy. Your character is horrendous, and you like to have fun bossing us all around. I'm sure that you're so happy to be getting a promotion, but from all of our perspectives, we are so thankful that the pile of garbage that was supervising us will be gone.
Is that so? Well, you all can go ahead and continue hating me. It's not going to change my thoughts.
Sure. I keep acting like this isn't all going to your head right now. Well, I guess everyone is right about saying that you have pride so large that it dwarfs skyscrapers. And I'm sure that's why no man ever wants to marry you, right?
And do you think you're safe finding a man when he might not even be aware yet just how stupid of a woman you really are?
Huh? What did you just say to me? Don't you ever say that again to me. If you're going to try and make jabs at me like that, then I'm going to tell all the other employees hear what you're saying.
Go right ahead then. Hey, Sam. I just happened to get my invitation from you to your wedding, but it turns out that you're going to be marrying Naomi?
Ah, that's right, actually. I've sort of known about how you and she are working in the same company. But well, I didn't want either one of you realizing that, and so I kept you being my older sister a secret from her. And I didn't want to say anything to you about how I want to marry her. But now that I think about it, the company you're working for is really big. So I'm sure you both have never really met before, right?
We are both in the same department, and she happens to sit in the desk next to mine.
What? Are you kidding me? Then that must mean you feel that way about her since she's in the same department as you.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Well, how should I word this? Well, she happens to be a lot younger than you there.
Ah, I see. So you must have heard some things from her about her position? Well, you don't have to choose your wording wisely with me. You can go ahead and tell me whatever you have to say about things.
Well, she told me about an older woman in her department that's being really strict with all the younger women that are younger than her, and that this older woman has been kind of a bully, really. And, she said that this older woman is in her 30s now, but is still single, and so, because of that, she happens to like picking on the younger women because she's jealous of them. And she finished by basically calling this woman, who I think is you, a really horrendous witch that has her underwear in knots.
So Naomi has started to talk about me that way, huh? She really thinks that I enjoy picking on the younger women in the department because I'm jealous.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure she was just joking about half those things. But well, she also told me that you happen to run into the younger women in the hallway and shove them aside, and when they're working, you'll yell at them for drinking any kind of beverage.
She's the one running into me when I'm walking in the hallway, actually. And when it comes to her drinking during work time, she has a capped bottle she'll bring in filled up with vodka. I can tell it's vodka just by the smell it gives off every time she opens it up to take a sip. I've asked her about it before, yet she never admitted to it being alcohol.
What? But Naomi would never do anything like that.
And if that wasn't enough, she also really loves calling me Old Lady Tracy. And she'll ask me time and time again if I have a man yet. And if this will be the year I get married. Work is not the place for that kind of talk, especially when she asks such things in a very rude manner.
Are you sure? You're sure this isn't just one of the other women at work that you might have Naomi confused with? I mean, you and Naomi aren't even that distant in age, right?
I have no reason to mistake who you're talking about as anyone other than Naomi. She sits at the desk right next to mine, so I'm very aware of who she is. Well, I'm sure from your point of view, you don't want to believe what I'm saying to you, but I'm telling you the truth when it comes to how she acts around me in the office.
I'm sorry. Well, this isn't me doubting you or anything you've been saying, but I've never seen Naomi act in any way that resembles what you've told me, so I just can't trust what you're saying at the moment.
And that makes sense to me. I'm sorry for saying things like this to you after already having chosen the woman you want to marry and finding your true happiness.
Well, I happen to think a lot of things about Naomi, and so...
I know that. Do you mind keeping what we've spoken about here a secret from her? Please?
Huh? But...
I'm asking you to please not say anything to her. I still have a lot of time left to this year where I have to be in the same department as her, and I don't want to end my time in this department hearing all kinds of rumors about her and I.
Well, you have a good point there. All right. I won't tell her anything about today for the time being. However, you still plan to come to our wedding, right?
Well, of course I'm coming. But, of course, when I come, she's going to find out who I am.
It'll be all right. I'm just happy to hear you're still coming. I want to make this a really amazing wedding for everything, so please, never change your mind about coming. And by the way, I'm looking forward to your wedding too.
Now you're going to start going on about me getting married or not?
I'm sorry. That was just a joke. Now, I'll be seeing you at the wedding.
Was the person that I just happened to pass by really you, old lady Tracy? Why are you at an event like this?
Ah, well, there's a little something about that.
What do you mean, a little something? You weren't even invited to this wedding, so why are you here? And you're here a lot sooner than most of the other guests that are coming, right? I haven't even seen any of the guests I've invited come in yet.
Ugh, I knew this would start to be a pain in the butt for me, so I was trying my hardest to hide from you.
So you're trying to tell me you wanted to sneak into my wedding without ever being noticed? I cannot believe what I'm hearing from you. Did you really want me to invite you as though you were one of my friends?
Ugh, can you just leave it?
Why do I have to be the one to shut up? You're the one that decided to come to my wedding when I never asked for you to be here. Well, it's been a little bit, so I want to have a chat with you now. I have some time yet until my wedding starts as well, you know.
That's right. I guess since the both of us are already here and things have come this far, we should have that chat.
Right? Well then, let's go and meet in the lobby of this resort. Now, tell me again why the hell you think I'd want an old dominating lady like you here. You weren't even asked to come to this event, so stop fooling around with me.
What is this? You wanted to have a chat with me, and the moment I walked up to you, you poured wine all over me?
You should be thankful that was the only thing I chose to do to you today. To be honest, I really, really, really wanted to kick you in the butt and drag you out of here. It wouldn't have been the wine that was red, but your blood had I gone all out with you.
Why are you getting so upset right now?
You know the reason why. You are messed up in the head. And it's not just me that thinks that, but everyone else that works in the same department as you. None of us even want to see you when we go into work, so what makes you think we'd want to meet you at my wedding of all places?
You really have a lot to say.
Also, did I just see you talking with Sam a bit ago? You thinking just because you're an old lady, you can have a chance to come here and steal the groom is completely insane. Do you lack every little bit of common sense or something?
Unbelievable. No, there's a reason behind that.
I don't want to hear any of your excuses. I want you out of this place right now before the rest of my friends from work show up. You being here is causing me all kinds of stress, and it will piss them off as well. I never asked for an old dominating woman to be at my wedding. And you sure are not going to be talking to my groom ever again.
Well, he's my little brother.
Huh? Why are you trying to use some stupid excuse like that on me now?
Well, go and ask one of the wedding planners here about me. Ask them what the name of the groom's older sister is that will be giving a speech today.
Sure thing. I'm going to give them a call right now and ask. Really? I can't wait to start talking to all the others at work about what you've been up to this time. Hey, come on now. It was just a simple joke, all right? I just wanted to see what would happen with you today. I knew you were Sam's sister this whole time, but just wanted to mess around with you a little.
And here we go. The moment the tables turn, you run and try to hide behind calling all of this a joke.
Well, I've always thought of you as a wonderful woman, Tracy. And since you're always so wonderful, I became a little bit jealous of you, and that led to me spilling that wine all over you and your dress. Look, that wine is expensive stuff, so you should be happy to see it being used on you.
What difference does the wine being expensive or not make?
Well, I'm sorry about that then. Listen, Tracy, none of this was really meant to be serious. I was just fooling around a little with you since you're my older sister-in-law.
So you think by changing your attitude towards me just like that, I'm going to be able to forgive you?
Well, I'm sure it won't be that easy for you, but, I am praying that you have it in your heart to forgive someone like me. And, by the way, are you really Sam's older sister? Can you tell me why your last name is different from his?
Well, that's because I've been married to another man for a while now.
What?
I got married right before I entered the company I'm working for at the moment. The marriage took place when I was in my final year of college, actually. And that is why most of the people in the company who work around me believe that I'm still single because they've never heard of me getting married while they've known me. But I'm not single. I've been married for what's almost going to be a decade now.
Ah, is that so? Then, what was your original last name?
I had the same last name as Sam, Irving.
Are you serious? Well, if that's the case, that means I am so very sorry for a lot of things that happened.
You think we're still at the point now where you can apologize and everything will be back to normal for you so easily? That dress I was wearing that you spilled the wine on, it is totally ruined now and all wrinkled up, so I'm going to have you pay for it.
I'm completely fine paying you back for that dress. I'm more than glad to pay you for that. And you can even make that legal by having a lawyer get involved in everything if you'd like. After all, I'm sure you don't want me getting away with anything now after all the rude things I've done to you before even today.
It's interesting that you had a whole excuse made up for all those rude things that you've been saying to me.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. I promise to make this apology as wholehearted as I can. So,
Right. I'm sure that you have been wanting for the two of us, especially me, to sweep all that's happened under a rug and act as though it's never happened, right?
Well, if that's not a problem with you, that would be very kind. Right now, we're supposed to be getting ready for our wedding. And as you know, there will be a lot of people here today wanting to see me as happy and pure as I can be before I'm wed to my husband. And if everyone that plans on being here today were to hear about the true me and what I've done, well, that might lead to some very bad things happening. Especially to me.
What are these bad things you're speaking of? You think that I care about how your actions are going to affect you? Listen, the moment you spilled the wine on me, I could see Sam out of the corner of my eye, and he saw what you were up to.
Huh? Are you telling me that he saw what I had done to you?
Yeah, he was even looking me right in the eyes as you poured that wine glass on me. I thought he'd come right up to us after seeing something like that happen to his sister by your hands, but then he turned around and walked away. I'm going to guess that what he saw was too much for his own eyes and that it was so shocking that even his heart needs time to think.
Wait, that's not good at all. That's totally not good for me. He needs to understand that this was all a huge misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding?
Hey, Sam, where are you right now? I was looking all over for you, but couldn't find you anywhere. What you saw just a bit ago was all a huge misunderstanding, you know? I just happened to run into your sister is all.
You think I've misunderstood what all of that was about?
Yeah. Look, you know that both Tracy and I are working for the same company, right? Her and I are both very close friends in the office, and we happen to love messing with one another by pouring drinks all over the other's head and body.
Then why, while that was all happening, were you screaming at Tracy? I heard you saying she wasn't invited and that she's an old lady. I never thought that my Naomi would ever use that kind of language towards my older sister, or towards anybody in a negative way.
No, that was just a simple joke is all.
Is that right? So, you must think I'm such an idiot that I'd be able to believe in the most simple and weak excuses like the one you just told me there.
I'm being honest. Believe me.
This isn't going to work. I saw everything that happened there. And also, I've heard about all of this from Tracy herself. About the kind of person you really are deep down.
Who I am deep down?
I've known for a while now that you've been telling me about how you're being bullied by the old woman sitting at the desk next to you at work, right? But according to what my sister has said about you, you're the one who's been saying awful things and picking on her. At first, I wanted to believe what you've been telling me, more than what Tracy was saying. But after what I just saw, I've made up my mind. I can't do this any longer.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean you can't do this any longer?
I'm sorry about this, but the wedding is being canceled now.
What? Wait, that right there is not okay. Like, my family is going to be here as well, right? You have to see that by canceling my wedding, they are going to become so sad.
Well, you've already made myself and my family very sad by pouring wine all over my sister and her dress like that while screaming at her.
But that was...
Don't be worried about a single thing. I'm going to go to both your mom and dad and explain to them what has happened here today. And as for the cancellation fees, I'll be paying for half of them. I think that's a fair way of handling all this. Don't you?
No way. I do not want my wedding to be canceled over something like this. It's not just my family, but all of my friends and a lot of my coworkers as well from work who are coming to see our wedding. If the wedding is canceled on the same day, then I'm going to be completely embarrassed and will never be able to show my face again.
You say that, but from what I've noticed, not a single one of those friends or coworkers that you invited have come to the wedding yet.
What?
However, a lot of the guests I've invited today are already here and are patiently waiting for a wedding that's not going to happen now. When it comes to your guests, besides your parents, I haven't seen anyone else.
Huh? You're lying. Why would none of them come? I went ahead and invited friends from back when I was in college and made sure to invite all of my coworkers from my department as well. Could this be all because of her?
Her?
Hey! What you've done this time has gone way over the line. I invited pretty much everyone in our department, but not a single one of them has shown up to the wedding yet. You did something to keep them all from coming, right? Huh? What are you going on about now? Stop playing dumb here. I don't give a dang how much you hate me. What you've done today was totally not called for, and I am pissed. This is supposed to be the day of your little brother's wedding, and you thought it would be all right to keep half of the guests away from it? You're the worst. Wait, you have it all wrong. I wanted all of your friends and coworkers to come, actually. But they all told me that they had no plans of coming to your wedding. Huh? What do you mean? Well, this happens to be my brother's wedding, and I wanted as many people as possible coming to celebrate it. But when I was at work and went up to everyone asking if they'd be going, all of them replied by saying they were afraid of you. So I gave up on trying to get them to come because I could see they had no interest. I didn't set any of this up, so stop saying that. You're telling me that everyone had the same idea of not showing up to my wedding, and that's why they're all not here? It wasn't their idea, but rather their reactions to everything you've been doing. None of them wanted to be here today because of you.
And I don't blame them. You always went around the office all day bragging to them about how you'd be getting married and even belittled some of them. And any of the ones that are married, you started to make fun of their husbands. I don't think a single one of them are your friends anymore, Naomi.
Are you sure? That's a little bit unbelievable to me.
This isn't just about your marriage either. You always are on your phone when at work, and you will always have one of them doing your work for you. Everyone was so happy to hear from you that you plan to leave the company for a long time.
You're kidding. Why would they be happy about that? I get that I wasn't often talked to by any of them while in the office, but that's just because everyone else wanted to be like me and thought of me as the popular kid at work.
You can stop thinking crap like that about yourself anytime now. You need to come back to reality and change the way you've been behaving. If you keep acting like a high schooler while at work and even outside of work, nobody is going to like you. Not even your family.
No, there's no way. There's no way in hell anyone would hate me like you're saying. You're just lying to me in order to make me feel like I've lost. You're the one behind all that's happened. You tried to make everyone look as though they hate me. And this is all because I'm young and beautiful and you're jealous of that.
You really have no right saying things like that about me when not a single one of your guests have not shown. And I'm glad for them because once again, you're trying to make it seem as though I'm the one who's jealous of you and like I'm the one who caused all of this to happen. But really, all your coworkers and all of your friends know better than to come see more of you when you're acting like a freaking child. Nobody wants to see the wedding of a child, Naomi.
Shut up. You're the one that should be in trouble for this. It's because of you that the biggest event in my life has gone to complete crap. I'm going to make you pay for all of this.
Make me pay for what? Would you just stop it with this immature behavior?
Shut the hell up. I'm going to make you wish you never worked in the same company as me.
Tracy, I'm so sorry about today.
It's fine, Sam. And let's be honest, it was kind of entertaining seeing the bride be taken out of this wedding by the police, right? That's not a normal occurrence. I'm sure this was a good experience for all of us to learn from as well.
I'm sorry. I didn't think she'd be the type to become even more enraged and try to attack you like that. I'm glad the security guard was there to grab her like that. But what if she had gotten close enough to hurt you?
And this is why I was telling you everything about her before. She's a crazy witch.
I see that now. I should have believed you long before today then. But really, back then, I was completely in love with Naomi.
You don't have to defend yourself. It's totally in your rights to defend her, since she's your wife after all. But hey, I'm happy you were finally able to see the true Naomi today. You would have started having to live with her here soon, so things would have been a lot harder on everyone had you not noticed before then.
Right. Thank goodness. Tracy, thank you for all of this.
I haven't really done anything, though. Also, you happen to have an after party to get to now, right? You should go be with your guests.
Well, this is a good place after all. So I suppose it would be right to at least experience the party. And I also don't want to go back home now either, since I'm sort of in a bad mood.
Well, you should go enjoy that party then. Have a good time, all right?
Wait, are you not going to come and party? I want you to be there!
No, my husband and I plan on heading home now. You never invited an old, dominating lady to be at your wedding, right? After being taken into custody by the police that day, Naomi was able to get out of their hands come evening. But even though she was no longer being held in the county jail cell, she was still going to need to pay for the fines she got from the wedding, as well as for the cancellation fee and my ruined dress. All of that stacked up pretty well and led to her having to borrow a lot of money. Naomi had also quit her job the day before her wedding and assumed she'd never need to go back to the office again. But now, with no job and with no man who wants to be around her anymore, her pride has taken a massive hit. And because of that, she's moved back home to her parents' house where she's been hiding away in her room. Both of her parents were kind enough to not throw a woman like that out of their house.
and they both believe they can fix her in some way. So these days, Naomi has been sticking close to her parents' house, doing part-time work in order to save up some money and pay off her debts. I find that she fell a long ways down from the belittling jerk that she once was. And since she can no longer hold herself to the standards she thought she had, I think I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of respectable woman her parents can turn her into. As for Sam, he's been saddened by everything that happened and by the fact that he had to leave his wife so soon. But recently, he started to hang out with this new girl, which has me a little worried because she might be just as bad as Naomi. However, I'm going to pray that that's not the case, and that this new woman he's pulled in is a proper adult and has a heart too. When it comes to myself, I was able to move into that new department as a supervisor, and am now working toward the next promotion that I'm hoping I'll get.